Hey guys, you can pick where in the video you would like to start at. We have the very solid early game build that gives you a high win rate. We have the critical Penta build, which is used by one of the highest Master Yi win rate players in Diamond 1 right now. Or you can use the on-hit Master Yi build, which is solid for killing Baron and other things like that. Otherwise, you could just go ahead and play the video normally, and we will discuss all the other builds. Hello everybody. Today is a short and sweet video about the latest patch for Master Yi. So, Master Yi is currently at a 52% win rate, and he's actually getting really close to 53%. You can find these statistics on champion.gg or op.gg. Now, there's a few changes in the latest patch that helped make Master Yi turn into this powerhouse that he's becoming. And one of those changes is the Blade of the Rune King changes. Now, I kind of talked about him a little bit in one of my previous videos, but basically, the new Blade of the Rune King gives you more attack, less attack speed, more lifesteal, and it removes some of the lifesteal effect on the active. Now, the changes were nothing but good, in my opinion, for Master Yi. But there's one particular item that all the top Master Yi players have been building, and I've started building it myself, and I have seen nothing but good results. So listen up. If you want to know the best Master Yi build that will fucking triple your win rate, that's it, triple your win rate. So if you have 50% win rate right now, you will be 150%. Just follow this. So first of all, you build your machete. Then you jungle and you gank. You gank what you can. So either you're going to get a kill or you're not. So let's assume that you don't get a kill. You're going to end up going back to base with like 700 gold. Just simply upgrade your machete to a red machete thing, or grab boots and another item. Up to you. Or if you do manage to successfully get a kill, buy the 1,100 gold Dirk item. Now this item gives you lethality, it gives you AD. This is the key item that has been giving me so many wins and so many other Master Yi wins. Like, this item has like went past the radar of most Master Yi players because we're just focusing on hit items or going warrior or finishing your jungle item. I have been finishing my Blood Razor at about 12 minutes now. 12 to 13 minutes instead of 8. Like, I used to finish it at 8. But what I do now is I delay it for this 1,100 gold item, and I cannot stress this enough, guys. This item rocks. Like, it gives you lethality, which works on the jungle monsters. It works on players. It's a fantastic item, and the most important part of it is it gives you 19 out of combat movement speed. Diminishing returns. It's normally 20, but we lose one. And then after you get that item, your ganks are so smooth because you can run from one lane to the other. You can go to your jungle camps. You kill your jungle camps really quickly. You kill players really quickly. Like, I know that I'm talking about this item a lot, and it's only 1,100 gold, but I'm talking about it for good reason. Check out my match history here. Look at this. Look at this. This item is so strong. Even the games that I lose, I do really well in because my early game has just improved so much. So if you're going to take anything out of this video, here's the part. Build this item. Build it. Build it. I promise it will make you a better player, and it will increase your win rate so much. Now, after this item, you want to buy boots, or if you have enough money, you want to start working on that Blood Razor. I usually, sometimes my games vary. Sometimes I either go machete, the Dirk, and then ninja tabbies, so that I get better ganking presence early. Because right now, this meta is all about roaming. And Master Yi is not great at roaming, but whenever you combine this early start here, it makes him significantly better. And if Master Yi gets going, he will win the game, okay? So you either buy the Blood Razor, or you buy ninja tabbies. So you have your machete, your Dirk, your ninja tabbies, or you have your Blood Razor, your Dirk, and tier 1 boots. And then, after you finish your Blood Razor, then get your ninja tabbies. Now, I know what you're saying, but Cowsep, ninja tabbies counter AD champions, and what if they have AP? Well, in most situations, I would say like 80%, you're still building ninja tabbies. And the reason why is because ninja tabbies work on monsters. You can rush them early, unlike Merc Treads, which are a little bit worse to rush early. They work on all players. Like if a player auto attacks you, the Ninja Tabby reduces it. It gives you early movement speed. Like Ninja Tabbies are currently the most broken boots in the game. You will be building these items. You're probably building Ninja Tabbies like 90% of your games. If you look at any of the top Master Yi profiles, any Master Yis that are currently in Masters or Challenger, actually, I don't think there are any Master Yis in Challenger at the moment, but if you look at any of these profiles, they are all building Ninja Tabby. And most of them, not all of them, are building Dirk. That is the best build. Right now, in my opinion, what I just told you is the best build. But if you don't want to build that build, we'll talk about some of the other builds this patch as well. But first, let's get into Runes of Masteries, because I know people are going to be asking about those, and I know that a lot of you guys don't care about the other builds anyway. You just want to win. Remember, triple your win rates. Okay, so for Runes of Masteries, you want to bring AD marks. So you want to get all that AD for your early game presence, because right now we're trying to boost Master Yi's early game. You want to get AD marks. For your yellows, you have multiple choices, but currently I'm running armor yellows, which is 1 armor per yellow, or you can run scaling HP. It's up to you, but I personally think that right now the armor yellows are better because, hang on, let me get my little cow down here, because it gives you less damage from the minions and also, or the monsters rather, and it also lets you engage in 1v1s early. Definitely check those out. Next, for your blues, you either want to go scaling MR, which is what I run. You want to go CDR, you could go CDR flat or scaling CDR, or you want to go attack speed. I personally recommend in this slot to go scaling MR to make up for some of the MR that you're losing from buying the Ninja Tabbies. Once again, it's entirely up to you. CDR is also very comfortable as well. And then for your quintessences, there is no real competition here. You just bring attack speed quintessences. They're better than the AD. The attack speed is, you just need some attack speed in the early game, especially with the new Blade of the Rune King not giving you as much attack speed. So that's basically your runes right there. So you have your AD marks. You could run attack speed, but you have your AD marks, your armor yellows, you have your MR blues, and your attack speed quints. Those are the basic ones that you want to bring. This is the one I'm having the most success with. So those are the runes. Pow, like that. So next you have your masteries. Now the key to masteries is you got to realize that right now masteries are not very diverse at all. Like everybody's basically running the same thing. So what you want to do is you want to run in the ferocity. You want to get the extra attack speed. That's pretty obvious. After that, you want to go ahead and get fresh blood, which gives you extra damage on your first basic attack against a champion. It helps in your early game. It helps in your ganks all around. You could bring that, or you could bring the fresh blood, but since you're going to be or feast rather, but since you're going to be fighting so much, you want to go ahead and bring fresh blood. Next you have vampirism or natural talent. I personally like to get vampirism, but I mean, once again, it's up to you, but I think vampirism's better. So you want to go ahead and get double-edged sword. And the reason why you're going double-edged sword instead of the other ones is because double-edged sword helps you with monsters, and it also gives you the extra damage on players. And early game, you're not really getting hit too much, and you want to get that damage ASAP. So, for the knockdowns there. So that's actually one of that's from all the Master Yi players I've been looking at, that's definitely the one that they're getting the most. And then obviously you want to get battering blows. And then I get a lot of questions about Fervor of Battle versus Warlord's Bloodlust. And Fervor of Battle's just better. Like, I could go into a whole discussion about it, but just take my word that Fervor of Battle is better. All the Master Yi players agree with me. Fervor of Battle is it is what you gotta go. So go ahead and grab Fervor of Battle, and then next you can either decide on going the Cunning or the Resolve tree. It's totally up to you. You can get a better early game with the Resolve tree, which is what we've been talking about, but at the same time, the Cunning tree is still really important, despite the nerfs. Because if you get Savagery, which is the 5 bonus damage to minions, it lets you clear the jungle faster. You get Runic Affinity for the longer red buff, and of course the blue buff. And you can also get Assassin, if you really wanted to. That's up to you. You could either get the buff or the Assassin. And then you can get Merciless as well, and you want to get Dangerous Game. Now, these Dangerous Game is useful throughout the entire game, the early and the late game. So, personally, I would go ahead and get the Cunning tree. So, let's go ahead and show these masteries here. We got 18 Ferocity, 12 Cunning, and we're going in that order right there. That is what I think is the best current mastery tree for Master Yi players. So you can remember, in the Cunning tree, you could either take the extra buff duration, or you can take Assassin. Totally up to you. Now, Let's go ahead and discuss some of these other builds. If you came here only for the highest win rate build, the best build, if you came for the best build, then you got it. Your video, you're donezo. But if you want to see some of the more alternative builds that you can use that are still effective, but in my opinion not as effective, well, actually, these builds are actually better in low elo. So if you're like gold or lower, this build might actually be better for you. It could be. It could be, and it'll get you more pentakills. The other one can get you pentakills, but this one's gonna get you a lot of pentakills. So you got two different builds that you can look at. You got your critical build, and you got your on-hit build. And when it comes to runes and masteries, just use the same runes and masteries as the other build. There really aren't too many options out there, so you can just go ahead and reuse those runes and masteries. If you don't, like, it's as simple. So you only have to build one rune page and one mastery page, and you can change your build every game. That's the beauty of Master Yi right now. It's very linear. So the first build is a critical build, and this is the one that the player Silencee uses, and he is currently at a very high win rate. And him and his friend are usually playing together, but it's super effective. He has an 83% win rate, and he's a Diamond 1 with this build. But even if you don't have a friend to dual queue with, you can still do a fantastic job with this build, especially in low elo. This is the Penta build, okay? So for this Penta build here, what you do is you could either go in lane or you can go jungle here. And what you want to do is you want to finish your blue smite. Instead of going for the red smite, what you do is you finish your blue smite, you grab tier 1 boots, and then you purchase a BF sword. So let's go ahead and show you this. So you got your blue smite, you got your boots, you got your BF sword, and then you want to work on a zeal and infinity edge at the same time. So it's which one do you have the most money for when you go back? Generally, it's a lot easier to build zeal. So you want to go ahead and grab your infinity edge or your zeal, and you know, usually by 20 minutes or so, depending on how fed you get, you will have both an infinity edge, a phantom dancer, and also your blue smite. And then afterwards, you want to go ahead and work on getting some lifesteal. So that's usually a bloodthirster. So you grab a bloodthirster, and then after that, you want to get a shiv. So I'll go ahead and put all those builds up on the screen here, so it's a lot easier for you to follow. It's a fantastic, fast, critical build. It works really well whenever you compare it with any support player, because if you have a support player, you'll be able to, you will do massive amounts of damage with little to no health. It also works great in low elo because people are less likely to attack you as well. So this is what I call the pentakill build. That is the pentakill build. It's great. Next is the on-hit build. Now this one is more for killing tanks and soloing Baron early. So the other build kills players. This build kills tanks and solos Baron. So in this build, you want to go ahead and you want to rush your Blood Razor. After you rush your Blood Razor, you want to go Blade of the Rune King, and then you want to go Gunzu's Rage Blade. And if you get those by at least 22 minutes, you can generally solo Baron. With one Earth Dragon, you can solo Baron. If you have Ninja Tabbies and, you know, maybe one more armor item, you can solo Baron before 22 minutes. Yeah, the Earth Dragon does a great job because you got to remember you want to have a little mitigation for Baron. And this build does massive amount of on-hit damage. It's great for killing tanks, it's great for soloing Baron, and it will also get you pentakills in the late game, but you have to get it stacked up. So it's not as effective as the crit build because the crit build just kills everybody instantly, but it still does its job. So those are the builds that you're looking at. You have 3 different builds that you can do. Let's summarize them. You have the super early game build, which works fantastically for getting you ahead of the competition and gets Master Yi snowballing and is gonna triple your win rate. You have your crit build, which the highest Master Yi win rate player is using right now. But remember, it helps to have a support, because that will make your build much less fragile. And then you have your on-hit build, which works really well against tanks and soloing Baron, and also, of course, getting objectives like the Dragon. So that is what you have to choose from. Your runes and masteries will be the same across all 3. You could make slight changes here, but I think that you should just use the same ones. It'll make your life much easier. You got this, and then you got this. And I believe that pretty much summarizes. Oh yes, we need summoner spells. Whatever your summoner spells, Cowsep, Flash and Smite. Why not Exhaust, Cowsep? Well, Exhaust isn't as effective as it used to be, and you really don't need the Exhaust for the early ganks anymore, and Flash allows you to escape as situations get sticky. Just Flash and Smite. What about Ghost, Cowsep? Ghost isn't as effective as it used to be. It got nerfed. You just want to get in the fight. It'll be great. What about... what other summoner spell is there? Ignite and Smite. No. Teleport and Smite. Okay, actually Teleport and Smite's okay. It works okay, especially if you just want to power farm. But with the early game build, you don't want to run Teleport Smite. If you go the third build with the Gunzu's Rageblade, then you can run Teleport Smite. And I believe that summarizes everything. If you have any questions at all or any comments on any of the builds, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I would love to see what you guys have to say. I will try to answer as many things as possible. So if there's something in the video that you didn't see and you have a question about, you could check the comments below. Phantom Dancer. Build Phantom Dancer and Shiv and all that stuff. So I'm super happy about it. I'm super happy about it. And it also influences our Alpha Strike. Our Alpha Strike is now much stronger from the 20 AD. Our E on hit damage is now much stronger. Our attack speed on our ult is now stronger because it scales with AD. So I mean, just overall, the item is a really good change. I think we will be very happy with it. But since it's on PvE, it has now been